Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today's reading is going to be all about your person. We're going to ask what's on their mind, what are they thinking and feeling about you. So we have 4 piles from the left to right. Pause if you need a little longer, pick the one which calls your name the most, and now I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you chose the Ace of Wings card, this is the Ace of Swords energy. This says Triumph. So this is the Ace of Swords energy, which definitely tells me you are a lot on this person's mind. Quite a lot, more than you'd expect. Quite a lot. I think that you kind of play in their head like a background music or something like that. Quite heavy on their mind. What's on your person's mind? I'm gonna take out 3 cards, see what is actually the energy. We have the Fool. We have Temperance, I believe, Patience. And oh my god, we have the Crown Chakra. Dude, I think they're overworking themselves. I think this person is overworking themselves, thinking about you. We have 3 of Cups. The Magician. So you have so much major arcana. That's what I really said before. You know, they're overworking themselves by thinking about you, how much they're thinking about you. The 7th chakra, this is the crown chakra, which means that this person is in some sort of synergy with the universe, thinking about things. I think that the patience is more about with themselves. There could be something that this person is, they have a physical block. It could be a third party that is, like money, career. What I'm hearing is that it's like an internal block that is manifested as a physical block. So it could be, they're telling me to pick a card. Safe travel. Keep me safe, let me roam far away, but bring me home. Number 22. This could be that they're actually away from you. They have some physical blockage in terms of love. Um, it could be either because of their fears or they're purging, they're actually falling sick quite a lot. It could be because they think that, they need to have good enough money to be in love, so they're overworking themselves at their job and they're like striving too hard for a career, better money or something like that. It's like something that is internally, perceived as inferior is actually manifesting as a block in terms of how much they really want to be with you. So this is one sort of an energy that I pick up, is that you may be watching tarot readings and thinking, or like being like, and this is something that I say with a lot of diligence, that um this person not coming forward is not, it's not exactly a definition of how much they're interested in you. I'm hearing from spirit this person is actually stuck in a situation physically that is not allowing them to come towards you, and for majority of you this is a long distance relationship. I want to see more about what's blocking them and what they're thinking about this. assistance with access. Number 10, it is necessary to ask and accept help in order to receive it. Wow, this reading is speaking to me in riddles right now. Because I think that, the situation is like personally applicable, and I am reading it for like a general reading, and I don't have much understanding. I think if it's not long distance, this is the energy of someone that's like purging a lot. Because with safe travel, it could also be about them feeling like they can't come towards you as well. Like there's either something that's physically blocking them. For majority of you, it's their career or it's their job where, and it's literally where they're settled in for it. It's something about money that I see that's quite hectic on this person's mind. They're patiently waiting for things to grow and evolve for them, like grow for them, basically. Because this is a very mental energy, it's a very physical process. I'm not able to connect very nicely with the spiritual aspect of it. They're telling me, wait for it, wait for it. But their energy feels overworked and so tired. I'm not gonna lie. It feels so tired right now. What is the blockage that they're thinking so much about? We have forgiveness in reverse. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow. You know what? I feel like if it's not just career or something like that, this is literally the physical body going through something. So they may be feeling quite like either they're purging something related to you or love or distance. This could also be like emotional distance with you. This could be that they're feeling too away from you, and that is bringing out abandonment fears. And maybe there's like a separation that took place, or things just didn't work out well enough between the both of you that made this person fearful about commitment and like just fear of commitment is what I'm picking up. And now that I'm feeling, I think that now I get it. It's like I said that, there's something that's internal that's manifesting as a physical blockage. So it could be that, the way in which the universe is working with this person is in such a manner that their fear of commitment or unworthiness is something that's being perceived as a physical blockage by them. So there's like this timeline that has been drawn between the both of you for this person to clear out some sort of karma where they have not forgiven past people for not fulfilling their needs, basically. I think the specific situation pertains to their past, not you with them. And I think that if it's with you, then I don't think this applies. This seems like someone who is feeling very eager, thinks about you a lot of times because there's so much distance. They're kind of obsessing over you, and they're obsessing over you because there's like an internal block that is manifesting as a physical separation between the both of you. In most simplified terms that I can place this, despite being very, very specific. I can't be very specific about exactly what it is, but there's like ambiguity because it's a general reading again. And then I pick up that there's this energy of that internal blockage being manifested as something physically perceived by this person, whereas it's not exactly a block. It's like something that's coming from inside. It's like a karmic blockage presented outside. Like they're thinking like this is the thing why I can't commit, but it's like their own fear of commitment somewhere that is not allowing this person to clear it out. They're like, it's like this person feels frustrated and stuck, or majorly I see this person being quite They're like, I don't have a way, I can't do this, I can't manage this. But actually, deep down, there's a fear of commitment because their needs have not been fulfilled in the past. And the safe travels could be about the fact that in the past, their needs were not being met. So they're scared, if I run into commitment again, like, is it gonna be the same way? Is it gonna be as if, like, I can't. Um, am I going to be neglected? Am I going to feel lonely again? Am I going to feel insecure? Am I going to feel not enough? Like, all of these issues are the reason why they're perceiving something to be in the physical reality as to why they can't commit. In fact, it's just that they literally, the way they feel about themselves is how they're showing up in this connection. If they're not showing up, it means that they feel very, very unworthy of you. If they're showing up a little bit, it means that okay, they can manage a little bit. If they're fully showing up, which I doubt a little bit, if they're fully showing up, it means that they feel worthy of it. But if they're not showing up, if they're not talking to you, this is not indicative of how they really feel inside. This is indicative of two things: that they really, really like you, but they also feel very, very unworthy, which both things are a little dangerous in this situation, because this is not something that you can fix in them. You just, this is a fact, that they feel very unworthy of you, and this is how they feel about themselves, and that's why they're just not able to come forward. Like, it's a little bit underrated to see how toxic it can get, if because it would be almost like if you're in this connection and you think like, oh, maybe I can go and give them a little bit boost or a reassurance that, I do like you, but it's never going to be enough. So you'll always find yourself kind of running behind this person, and this person is aware of the effort that you have put in. Oh, so we have the card of destiny. All that I shall need to know as I walk shall now be shown. So this is number 8. 8 is a karmic number, which tells me that this person is aware of the fact, they think so much about the fact that why you've come in their life, the crown chakra again. They really want it, but it just seems unattainable, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Pile number 1. It's like there's a risk at which I say that this person is not, um, their inaction is not equivalent to their level of interest in you. And I say that with a risk because it can give you hope to stick around someone that you don't know when they will heal from that. That's what I really want to put it out there. Um, because I'm all for optimism, but I'm not for false hopes. So this is a tricky situation, because when I say that how they're behaving is not how they feel, it also has another side to which means that till the time they don't heal from it, and you don't know when they will, you may be having a desire inside to go and tell them that, hey, I really like you, or something like that, like give them reassurance. But how long will that reassurance last? Validation from the outside lasts for a very little time. You need it constantly. It's time to take action. So I think that this person thinks a lot about taking action over here. We have emotions running high and balance, spirituality and practicality, full moon in Pisces. For a few of you, when you watch this reading at night, I'm hearing, like, especially at night, this person thinks a shit ton a lot about you, and they kind of drive themselves crazy thinking about you until they doze off. They think so much about you, and you may be feeling their energy around you, because imagine somebody's constantly thinking of you, the energy is bound to come your way in heaps. Like, you're feeling their energy around you, and you're like, well, but what am I supposed to do? You kind of feel stuck with this person, is what I feel, because of their issues of unworthiness. And that's what they're also struggling with. Like, I see this person, like, when you have a bad hair day and you're trying to fix your hair and you just can't seem to get it right, and you just get frustrated, like a bad hair day mood. Like, that's how they feel actually irritated by themselves. Like, I'm seeing somebody wearing a sweater which they usually enjoy wearing, and today suddenly it seems very itchy. It seems like they're feeling like they're looking fat in it. They're just not finding it very appealing. The thing is that it's their perspective. They're irritated with themselves, and that's why they're probably being grumpy here and there, or they're just having a bad day, and they're like, why isn't pile number one messaging me? And they're becoming like pretty cranky about it because they're like, I don't know, man. This seems like this person has been triggered into a very strong childhood wound, and I'm getting honestly scared about the candle because it's burning all the edges. So I think that, one thing I can say about this person is I feel like, because they feel so much, I'm getting that they, may be feeling like they're really losing you now. And the thing is, this person kind of seems like not the type that you see in rom-com movies who's like inspired by his friends and like by other people, like, oh, you should go and tell her how she really feels. And then it's this is like, this is like, this person is actually, this seems like someone that's feeling so down about themselves that they're in this energy of like just letting it be, because I don't think that this person is there yet where they're working on it so much that they can actually push it through. Like, this is in the moment, you know um anything can happen, but in the moment it seems like someone who's just kind of like letting it be. They're like, oh, I'm so stupid, I just don't think, they're so passive about it. They're really not doing anything about it. That they feel so down about themselves that they're not taking action. Pride. So I feel like, I wonder if you think that this person is not reaching out humor and gratitude. They're not reaching out because they're so prideful and they don't want to, they're so cocky about it. Like, I bet, he or she doesn't want to message me because they don't want to make the first move. And I think this person is very intimidated by you. And that's why I keep giving this reading the benefit of the doubt to say that their inaction is not equivalent to how they really feel about you. The pride is something that, yes, you may be understanding them to be prideful because they're not making that move, and how difficult can it be, and yada yada yada. But this is not really how they really feel inside. They actually feel, um they just have a very strong disbelief inside that they deserve this connection with a person like you. Had it been somebody else, that they weren't so mesmerized and they didn't have a connection with, and they didn't put that person on, a pedestal, they would have, casually hit you up. And but you make a difference. You're different. You're not those easy, you don't get along with everyone. You're like a high value person in their eyes. For them, you're like 10 10 levels ahead. I'm not even talking like 1 2 levels ahead. Like, they definitely think you're out of their league, because this is not about a hookup. This is about relationship. When you think about somebody in terms of love, it really tends to make you reflect on where you're lacking. And that's probably the reason why they've been overworking themselves. They're trying to compensate somewhere, which is fine. They're trying to do something. I understand that. But the only thing that's very scary is that you're 10 levels ahead in their eyes. You might as well be. You might be someone that, I'm hearing like you look like you got your shit together. You're everything that a good man would want. And this does seem like, your person is a man. My demographic is mostly women, but if you're a man watching this for a woman, feel free to reverse the roles. But they think that, you got so many things going on for you. Like, why would you need a person like them? So, as far as it is good to understand someone's situation, I don't think that, when you're looking for somebody to grow with, somebody to conquer the world with, somebody to build with, you cannot always keep fueling them, making them believe in themselves when they don't even see that as of now. That's the problem that I see over here. It's like, this is, we can't change how somebody feels about themselves. We can inspire them. That's all we can do. it's like they wanna be with you, they wanna come forward, they want to take action, they want to get past their fears, they want to come towards you, they think about you so much, they feel for you so much, but the whole thing is, then you question, why aren't you doing anything? You watch other readings, you pick up on things about this person, their internal world is so rich and filled with you and filled with conclusions and realizations. It's a time to rather give than take. New moon in Virgo, they're aware of it, they are so aware of the fact that this is the time that they take action, but they're so passive, because they don't believe that this is going to come true for them. Whenever they're so close to texting you or thinking and, like doing something, it's like they just put it off. I'm seeing somebody pick up their phone and they're like, I'm going to do it. And then they just put it off. Somebody calls them or they're at work and it's like it keeps getting delayed and stalled because they're like, in a bit, in a bit, in a bit, in a bit. They're so scared of really taking up that action. It just seems like someone who's more, riddled with fear than passion. Um, really passion for this connection. It seems like someone who's quite stuck right now. As of now, I'm gonna say that. We have electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life again. This is like, I want to make it happen, man. I want to make it happen, but you're not able to do it. You're not able to get past how you really feel about yourself to even begin to give another person. What's on this person's mind? Seven of Cups, the Devil in reverse. So this says illusion, this is transformation. We have the Ten of Swords, the Hangman, Capricorn, Pisces. We have Two of Wands and the King of Cups. See, it's not about feelings. Pile number one. I really want to be honest with you, and I'm being honest with you from the get-go. You see, these cards, they don't lie, it's they're confirming what I have been picking up already. Seven of Cups, it says illusion, death. What does it say? Transformation in reverse. Ten of Wands, Ten of Swords, my bad, difficulty. Hanged Man, attitude. If you read it yourself, it literally says someone who is fueled with, you may have, okay, let's break it down. You may have triggered something very, very deep within them. They may not be getting the right support. They may be getting support from the universe, but universe always helps. Universe does not differentiate or perform partiality. Universe is helping this person. This person may be ignoring the intuitive nudges. Maybe this person needs greater help. Maybe this person needs therapy to get past this. Maybe this person does not have access to it or is not getting access to it. The Death in reverse tells me that it's not a complete refusal of transformation. It means that in their healing journey, they have somewhat hit, what's that phrase? They're hitting, is it hitting a wall? And they're not able to get past this. It's difficult. They're like stopped in their way. So what happens next after 10 is that we come to a number 1. That is what I cannot really talk about if it moves past this. Because to me, it looks like if I promise you something that's not true, you may remain stuck in a cycle with this person. And a lot of, and I feel, generally feel the stress of this being a general reading. That's why I don't want to promise something. But in all honestly, honestly, I can say that there's reached an impasse with themselves. It's not about you. It is about you, but it's not about you. 99% it's about them, how they make it through, because this is a big thing for them. I'm not at all undermining their struggle at the moment. The hangman is almost like they need to unstuck themselves. They need to get a better perspective about the situation. They need to get past the stories they keep telling themselves, either about love and things, how they happen about themselves. This is literally someone who thinks of themselves as, not to be very hard, but the word that I get in my head is loser. Their perception is poor, and that's why they're not able to get past and give you what they really want to give you. That is the danger of the situation. I have the card of Ace of Wands over here. This is Aries energy, number 13. This is twice number 13. We have the devil in reverse with 13 as well. This could be a very highly creative individual, and this could be that this person is someone that comes across as arrogant, prideful. This is all a mask to hide a deep insecurity. Ace of Wands could be that they come in with a more passionate approach. um, and I'm not saying that there aren't deep feelings over here. It's like when it's not about just giving the body for pleasure, when this person actually thinks of them in terms of what they have to offer qualitative manner into another person's life, that's when they feel their ego deflates. It's like an empty barrel beats louder. Again, I'm not mocking this person. Everybody has a phase. Maybe this is a part of their phase right now, right? So they think about you a lot and they're not able to do anything. Why we obsess over people? Because we're not really getting much from them in reality. So our fantasy serves as a fuel. That's the whole situation that I pick up over here. They think about you so much because they're not getting their needs fulfilled by you. And the whole crux of this situation is that they're scared. Can they even have all of that? It's like if they could see themselves the way, you know, you see them. So, anyway, for today's reading, I'm going to do something very, very interesting. I'm going to give you an advice from this specific book, okay? It's Messengers. Funny story, I actually got this book by mistake a few years back. I thought I was getting an oracle deck because it says an oracle book. Anywho, I'm gonna pull out. Okay, wow. So we got Love Without Condition. Oh, that's a tough one, but that's your advice, pile number one. Do you often find it easier to give advice to others whilst hiding from the truth, and advice that you give is advice that you yourself neglect to follow? Do you find it easier to nurture others and show them kindness and compassion? It is time to be kind and gentle with yourself, to love you, strengths and weaknesses without reservation or condition. Nurture yourself, be kind to yourself, for you are deserving of the same unconditional love, care that you give to others. So, however, the situation makes you feel, pile number one, you're doing your best and you need to recognize that. And that's almost what I try to explain about this person as well. So it seems like if you are also stuck in this cycle right now, give yourself time. It's not because you have lack of, compassion or care for yourself. You don't want to do good for yourself in this situation. It's just that when the timing is right, something will change in you. You'll have a breakthrough in this situation. There's always a reason. Why we say divine timing is because everything happens exactly at the right time the universe knows it needs to happen. So if this situation is not moving forward right now, trust that there is a reason for it, there is a purpose for it. You're really learning something about yourself. It's making you stronger, as cliche as it sounds. Okay, so pile number one, to conclude your reading, I'm going to pull out a few cards from my self curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. We're going to see what does your person want to leave you with. Yeah, this is the one. Where I said that, you're like 10 levels ahead. Your confidence intimidates me. Often it gets me to a place of insecurity and defensiveness. I don't want anyone to look at you the way I do. That's the Aries energy. Possessiveness. I think this person knows that they're losing you. Or they've lost you. I feel more affirmative on the fact that they've lost you. I respect you and I honor our dynamic. You are so important to me. I do believe that you are important to this person. You have taught me so much about love and life. I don't understand how, but I recognize you from before. I can feel it in my bones. Oh, we have two. You are incredible. I am in awe of your determination towards your dreams, and you are so different. I am very curious about you. Alright, so pile number one, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal reading is given down below, and I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the Ace of Roses, this is Ace of Wands, all about passion. And hear the song Passionate from Miles Away. Passive with the things you say. They're thinking about the fact that you are very clever. They're also thinking that you look very innocent, but you are very clever. They think that you're hiding a lot of feelings as well for them. We have Saturn return age, so you could be close to 30 or 28, something about early 30s, 40s as well. This is the Judgment card. So this is about redemption. This is about righting my wrongs, is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing a song, I'm Upset by Drake. This person might be a Drake fan, or you. I heard clown behavior. Wow. That was very, very. Usually that's my language, when I talk about things like that, but Spirit really saying clown behavior means like business. If this person really did something where they know that they messed things up with you, and they're constantly thinking about like how they behaved and how they acted in their last situation with you. I'm gonna take this one. Beauty. I have a form which is divine. I allow what is within to shine. So they definitely find you very beautiful, but something about this beauty card tells me that they underestimated your power. They really underestimated your power over here. They didn't know that, this is the thing. They think a lot about the fact that how you come across is very sweet, very innocent, but you're a rose. Every rose has its own thorns, and you have pulled them out, and you're really protecting yourself from this person. I feel like also if there's a situation where you haven't spoken to this person plus 4 weeks, like above 4 weeks, they think you're gone, or you're very guarded. You're not going to reach out, you're not going to do anything. 50 is, 504, so there's a progression. Something about 4 for me is about divine protection. It's the Emperor energy. 5 to me is giving, I don't know why they're giving me the Chariot energy. It's like this person wants to come towards you. They have a lot of, um, they're very boosted up in this. They have had some sort of clarity with the Saturn return age about this situation between the both of you. The beauty also talks about, what's inside. So it's like, how they say that the beauty that you see within me is also the beauty that exists within you. So they've had some breakthrough, and this could be about the way that they were perceiving themselves that made them act out in certain way, right? It's a lot about the air, is a lot about these days, like how people behave is how they really feel about themselves. And this reading gives me that the way that they were treating you was really how they felt about themselves. If they were arrogant, if they were prideful, if they were being very arrogant. Again, I keep hearing the word arrogant and like grumpy. They weren't nice to you. It's because this person has so much like pent up anger. Well, just about everything is what I'm hearing. Misalignment. So this is miracles become normal once we face all the aspects in our life in the same direction. Huh? Miracles become normal once we face all of the aspects of our life in the same way. There was some lack of acceptance in this person when it came to their love life, almost as if they were always done wrong. And it's almost like this person had to really, you know, be in this situation with you, or something that happened, or it could have been after you. Like something happened where this person like was just in a situation that was created by the universe, of course, where this person just felt something like, they used to always see themselves as the victim, is what I'm almost hearing. Like, I'm always right. And this is not a, it's not purposefully rightful and like Mr. Righteous. It's just ego. They've been done wrong mostly, and then hurt people, so they didn't know that they're also capable of doing something like that to somebody. They made a mistake, or they acted with you in some shape or form. And that's when you held a mirror unintentionally, and it made them realize that you're doing the same kind of shit that you tell people to stop doing. Like, this person may have been going on and on about like how people play too much these days and da, da, da. And because of their process, they hadn't met somebody that was probably genuine, and then they met you, and I am assuming that they did something that was unintentional, is what I'm assuming again, because all I can do is assume, because I don't really know your personal situation, right? So it's like I'm assuming that something happened that was unintentional on their end, and then a few weeks later or something happened to them, like gave them a change of perspective, or like clarity, or like when you just have an epiphany, and they just realized, well, I thought I was in the right, but I did the wrong thing. And then they realized they're like, oh shit, I messed up. And like now they realize that they weren't the one that was always right, but it's just like they realize the way that they portray themselves now must make you feel like they're a jerk, or they're just a douche, or they're like a player, or they're like something like that. Like they gave you the wrong idea, and it may be true. They may be half of a player or half of a douche, but it's like it was unintentional, but it was also within them. Nothing is 100%. It can be a half and half, or a quarter and three-fourth, like something like that. It's like they were hurt from their past experiences, so they have interacted with a lot of people that behave the way that they do, probably. And then they met you, and you were a little different, and they couldn't realize or see the difference between you and other people, because they were so used to with just like they thought that they knew, they've seen it all. And then they met you or something like that. The last interaction with you was something that they couldn't recognize. They were so blinded by their own experience. They thought that this is just how you are as well, and that might be painful for you to know. But it's like redemption. They realize that you're not like that, and that's when it hit them, because we again have blame and forgiveness. Like, I accept my responsibility. I accept responsibility for my well-being and forgiveness, which tells me that they wanted to play the right person. Like, they thought that you were the one who quit on them. I don't know really. Like, they thought that you were doing something wrong, or it's just like you're just like everybody else, and they've come to realize that they were wrong. I don't think this was a like a matter of grievous hurt, or like they brutally betrayed you or did something, or you were in a commitment or something like that. It just seems like it was something pretty petty that blew out of proportion, or like something that they did, or they misjudged you, and or they perceived you in such a manner, and they bitched about you to their friends or did something like that. Like, that misconception has been cleared up real fine. Like, the universe has really taken their time to clean that up. So this person finds themselves being very impatient. Like, with the Ace of Wands, I can imagine like they have this level of I don't know, spontaneity, or like they just have this inspiration or this drive within, like, I gotta clean this up. I gotta clean this up. Oh my god, I did that, I did that, I did that. Like, that's what I'm picking up over here. This is like someone that's like, oh my god, I gotta clean it up. I really gotta tell them that that's not how I am. That's not how I am. Like, I think this also because this person really cares about what other people think of them. Like, they really want to clean their image in front of you, seems like. I think that's where it's mainly coming from, like this eagerness, like, I gotta tell them. Eagle spirit has your back. So I feel like this energy is in the reverse. That's what I mainly feel. I think that there's a possibility that they feel, we have 5 again, 2 plus 3. They feel it's a karma for their past behavior that you slipped out of their hands. That's just how I see it. Authenticity. Who I truly am is good indeed. I am authentic in thought, word, and deed. So they didn't believe you when you were trying to talk to them. You may have really tried to speak to this person, be nice to them. You were sweet, you were real good. You approached them, they approached you. I don't know. You try to have a conversation with them. They were very standoffish. They weren't taking you seriously with whatever conversation you last had, or they were a little bit condescending, or this person was on a high horse, and they thought that they're doing the right thing by not taking you seriously. They thought that you were playing with them. This person, like, they got so used to being around the similar type of people that they also lost themselves somewhere, and then they thought that you were also like the people that they've encountered changed. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement, so they do feel lucky about or healthy. They have some good emotion about the fact that this situation made itself known. They recognize the plus point of it. We have envy in reverse and self-esteem. So envy says I am same as everybody with different challenges, and self-esteem, I possess gifts for the soul gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So with envy, it tells me that this person realizes that they're not better than anybody else. It has humbled them. And with self esteem, it tells me that they're seeing you as someone that has good self esteem, because the way that they approached, it gives me that you handle the situation very gracefully, very maturely, might I add. And with the Ace of Roses, this brings me back to the thing that they think a lot. You've left a taste in their mouth. You've left a very strong impression. How they say the first impression's last impression, like that kind of a thing that I'm picking up over here. It's like they're thinking a lot about the fact that you come across as this bubbly, sweet, angelic person, like very probably also very good looking and something like that. They thought that you're like a little dumb or like a bimbo. I'm I have no intentions of offending you with this. These are not my words. It's just like somehow people do think that good looking people really don't have brains, or, and that's actually true. A lot of people that are good looking, they don't feel the need to work on their personalities. But when somebody is like really good looking, and then they speak really well, and then they're educated, and then they know what they're talking about, and then they're spiritual, and then their self-esteem is not attached to how they look, like that's a lot. That's what you really call a package. And of course, including the fact that they're a good person, that's a package. So it's like a lot of truths really hit this person with the judgment card, and then they realize a lot of good traits about you. um and it's not like I'm saying that you're perfect, but you're really good. You're really good. And they thought your humility as a weakness. Time to take a breathe out. They think that you have like they think that they're gonna have to chase you down now. They fumbled the ball on you. They fumbled the ball on not even a 10 on 10, like a 15 on 10. You've got more characteristics than what one person would really want in another person. They be bold and make the first move. Your hard work is paying off in the reverse, Capricorn. They didn't do shit. They realized the fact. They didn't do anything for you to hold on to them. I can understand why you're still holding on. This seems like something that's not very explored because of the Ace of Wands. It could be like a initial chemistry that you felt, but it seems something like that was getting deeper than just the physical looks of both of you or first initial interactions. But like when you started talking, like this person said something stupid, did something stupid, or they didn't take you seriously. And it's like now they're realizing like you're a lot, like what's on their mind mostly is like you're a lot more than they can handle. They're used to like someone that's, I'm gonna be very honest, this is the energy that I pick up. They're used to like, and I'm not necessarily calling them immature, I'm just talking about their human experience. Okay, I'm not classifying this person as anything whatsoever. But they're going to be used to like good looking people that are dumb. Honestly, they could be used to people that maybe are popular but are really really insecure deep inside. They could be used to people that have a lot of money and do well but are pretty arrogant. They could be used to people that are academics but they're dumb, or they're just not very worldly, or they're not street smart, they're just book smart. You're like everything. That's like the best of it. That's how I see it. You're like everything, and on top of that, I'm hearing for somebody that you're tall as well. They also really like that. It's like, what more can a person want? You're like a 15 on 10. Like people strive for an 8 or a 9 if they're lucky. They think about that, if I'm lucky. And you're like out here just like, in their perspective, you're a 15 on 10. Like trust me, if you knew how they really really see you, or they told you, you'd move differently in life. I think so. But they realized that this was important for them to actually experience somebody that's of your species. They say that because you're one of a kind, or you're those rare people that once in a while come across, the ones that hide in their room, and you're not going to find them in clubs, you're going to find them in book clubs, or like what was that, MUNs or something like that, like some geeky shit. Like they find it really attractive. Like you're someone that can make change in this world, and they think that a person like you is not going to waste their potential out there on people like them, or like in clubs or something like that. Like they think that you're not going to be wasting your time here and there. That's, I think that's a compliment. Four of Pentacles, possessiveness, of course, sir. It's like they're now realizing like how many people might be out, but there's this realization, like a person like you, they see you as like someone that is self-assured, so they're like, they probably don't even care who's behind them, like they don't even pay heed to me. Like it's like, I kind of imagine this scenario where you went up to them and you spoke to them and they weren't even interested, and you just walked out and you were like, okay, fine, whatever. And it didn't bother you much, and that's how they see you. Like, okay, they took the chance, they spoke to me, and then I wasn't very forthcoming, and I kind of mocked them, and then, well, they just walked out, and they were quite kind of unbothered by it. Justice, we have truth. So they see this situation as something like very karmic, like they deserve this for judging you, or the kind of way that people have treated them in the past. They have treated people in the past. Knight of Pentacles again, they're so impatient about you. They want this situation to change, and I think that that's not very serious that I'm picking up something. Like, it's just they want some sort of temporary gratification. And I'm not talking about like sex. I'm just talking like they want something that validates them. They're like, because you're the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, so you're like, you got everything figured out, and you're not masculine about it. You're very feminine about it. And they think of you as someone with the 10 of Cups that is very successful, and they feel like you're emotionally very fulfilled person. But this is like, what I feel like the person's mind, your person's mind is fixated on you because they want that validation from you. I don't think that the emotional quotient is very, very much available over there with the moon Cancerian energy. They feel left out in the cold because their ego is attached to your validation. This is a game of the mind. I'm not saying that they're purposely doing this or they're manipulated or something like that. It's just sometimes, when you have a crush on a person that's not even that good looking and you don't know why, but there's just something about them that if they like you, then you'll just get over them because you want them to like you back. This is something that this person is unaware of. Like, they're hooked onto you because they want you to like them back so that they can feel good about themselves, because they're somewhere experiencing a form of rejection. You didn't get what you wanted and you wanted a real conversation with them, and they seem that the type that, honestly, if you really got to know them, it seems like you'd get bored of them. That's just how I am assuming. I have a little bit of worldly experience, and it sounds like you're a lot more intellectual than this person is. I don't think you'd fancy them if you really got to know them on a deeper level, and it seems like you guys have not gotten there. But well, who knows? I might be wrong. I don't know. So I did this in the previous pile. I'm gonna pull out an advice before I do conclude it with channel messages, okay? This is the book called Messengers. Oh, there's something in the front of this. Wow. So we have number 10 again. Be vigilant. Be watchful and cautious of both others' actions and your own. Stand to protect yourself from those who may be covered in what you have or seek to harm those you care for, but also be vigilant and watchful of your own actions, lest you may be the one doing harm. Weigh your actions, be sure to act wisely, be sure you have done all that needs to be done before moving forward. Leave nothing to chance, lest all you have nurtured and cherished be undone by your own lack of vigilance. This advice surprises me because what the funny thing that I'm getting over here is I am going to confirm it with spirit before I pull out my interpretation. They're like, why are you doubting yourself? They're like, I'm just a girl. So I got the Knight of Cups, Three of Wands, the Charmer. So the message that I got is that you do have a connection with this person. There's something. And I always say that it's not black and white. It's like there's a gray area in life, and it could be that the both of you did strive for each other's mental validation, something that was egoic, but there could be a connection over here as well. And I mean, there is a connection. With the Gemini, again, I was talking about something that's very intellectually powered within you, and it could be that they might also be there. Like, there might be something within them. And the advice over here states that you may be someone that's pretty good at being street smart. You have, again, worldly experience. The words that I used. It's like you're good at these things, but they're also like, how this person judged you at first glance, because they judged the book by its appearance. They don't want you to do the same. Maybe you can open yourself up to this person if and when they approach you in the future, because I think that they wouldn't give this advice something like that, because there's a possibility that they may approach you in the future and you might just shun them away because you've lost respect for them, or a tarot reader said something like that. But it's like they want you to give it a little bit of more thought. Act authentically how you would behave with another person rather than out of your ego or something like that, um I want to loosely place this because a lot of people will be taking up this advice and it's open to your own interpretation of this story. But it's almost like if it's not just this person, if it's somebody in the future, don't judge them by how they look and you think that, oh, if they don't look like that, they're probably not philosophical or they might not be very intellectual. If they're too good looking, they might not be very secure within themselves. It's like they want you to give either it's this person or somebody in the future that you would know. I think that I really trust your discernment over here. It's like, it's almost like, oh my god, I'm saying the same thing again and again. Just don't judge somebody else by the first looks of it. Give somebody the time to open up to you and show you who they really are and what they're made of with the Three of Wands, sorrow, what they're made of. Sometimes people take a lot of time to bring out their colors, they're not always very open and bright. Sometimes people take a little bit of time to open themselves up. All right, so I'm going to conclude this reading by pulling out a few channel messages for you from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. You did have a very, very juicy reading. I'm not going to lie. I rarely get that. The spiritual intensity of our connection scared my logical mind. Oh, I'm sorry for the way I treated you in the past. You didn't deserve it. I feel like there's genuine like sorrow, sadness for the way that they treated you, because like they let go of a diamond. I look up to you, your self-expression, your truth. It is so inspiring to me. You definitely gained the respect. Sometimes respect is actually earned. Most of the times. I really need time to collect my thoughts. Please don't be mad at me. I know who you are to me. I want to commit to you so we never part ways again. And I want to make you mine forever. Oh my god. I really see myself settling down with you, and you are incredible. I am in awe of your determination and your dreams. I heard I am in awe of your attitude. So they really like that. Okay, so pile number 2, this was your reading. I'm gonna leave it here. I really do hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below, and I am gonna see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the card of Ace of Shells, this is Ace of Cups. This says love. This is your reading regarding what's on your person's mind. So I can feel like a certainty when I say that there is a lot of emotions. This I feel like there was a purge, or there was something that was, blocking the flow of love in this connection. That somewhere almost seems like now, because it has been released, I see this person wanting to start over, or like a new beginning, which kind of gives me like wanting to start over. I feel like the Ace of Cups is a very powerful card. It talks about how there's a renewal that has taken place, is taking place, is what I'm hearing within this person. Like if this situation was dead for a while, pin drop silence, I see this person moving towards you or thinking about. This is not just communication that they're thinking about bringing in. This is like the groundwork. So they've kind of like thought about it and they've realized that they need to, when they come in, they've got a plan, almost like some sort of, you know, they've got a plan in their head, loosely made plan. Um, I just heard strategic. Like they're coming in with, like, a lot on their mind is a mix of mental um, charge of energy. They're thinking a lot about what they're going to do with these feelings, and I feel like they've come to a very strong conclusion that they're in love with you. We have repair. So making amends rather than fun times reveals a relationship's true constitution. So this is a very strong card. It's not just the cliche meaning of repair. This says that it's a relationship is not just about the fun times and the giggles, and not just when it's easy and flowy and you're just in a honeymoon phase. This is a lot about this person sees the potential of, in their mind they feel that this is something that's worth fighting for. This is something that makes them feel ways in which other people have not made them feel. So you're very important to this person. um I think they may have overlooked this connection, or they may have overlooked you. We have the grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith, number 30. So, and I was picking up on this energy in the reverse. It was actually in the reverse, which tells me that they may have been fearful of taking this leap of faith before. It's a big step for them. Um and they feel like they've done the healing work to now start dating you, or to, this is like someone that's thinking, making plans. And I'm hearing that, if you pick this pile, they're very, this is, I mean, I'm gonna say that because majority of my demographic is of consisting of women. um this is someone that is like a very decisive man at this point. And if this is a woman that you're watching for, feel free to reverse the messages according to your genders. It's like they're a very decisive person right now, and this is like someone that is, their heart is like, their heart chakra is open. So they're kind of telling me like what happens to a man when he feels more love than fear. He is more of service to that woman. So whatever has happened between the both of you has actually allowed this person to become a better partner to you. Whether it was the interactions that they had with previous partners, the lessons that they learned with previous partners, whatever, I heard shitstorm that they just went through, whether it was with you or just a good understanding of their past. It could be both. It's like whatever shitstorm they went through before is something that in accumulation is serving as the benefit for you. This reminds me of that quote. It says, there's some girl out there is teaching my husband how to treat me. It's like a lot of times we don't like to agree, but women are the nurturers. Women teach a lot of boys how to be men. Um, and there's almost a sense where, you may have been at this place in your life where you have started rejecting projects. You're done with trying to change somebody. My throat is acting up. Um, you're like done with, yeah, it's much clearer now. So you're like done with trying to, you know, please a man into loving you. You're like, I'm good enough. And this has opened up your heart. So because it has opened up your heart, it allows space for a man to just be a man and come and take care of you. That's just how I see it. What's on this person's mind? Five of Wands in reverse. We have competition. I just, I feel like a lot of what's on their mind is like nobody compares to you. They may have had their own journey of like meandering and realizing this, but that recognition has really stuck with them, that you are the one that makes them feel like this. um and you're very you're amazing. There's someone that I'm hearing building. Like you're someone that they can build with. And it's almost like this question, like, what more can I ask for? What more can I ask for? There's just a really strong sense of being like, I think it's time to like settle down in a relationship. Seven of Wands, opposition. So they're thinking a lot about, with the repair card, that you may be someone that's defensive towards them. We have again the King of Cups and the Devil. So they're feeling very, very eager, is almost what I hear, to come towards you. They're feeling very eager at this point. They're feeling impatient because their heart chakra is open now. So, where fear was pulling them in one direction, love is pulling them now in the opposite direction. Seven of Swords. This is not a bad Seven of Swords, because reading this intuitively tells me you're not going to see this person coming. They're actually being pretty sneaky about this. I feel like what they're being sneaky about is what intentions do they have. I don't think this person may have confessed the full extent of their feelings or even a little bit of it. Um, they're being very sneaky about the fact that they're making this decision for themselves in their life. There may be other people or like elders in their life or people that they really confide in that they're going against because that's what they feel very strongly about. It's almost like, I get this energy that they don't know if this is the right choice or not. They just feel like they gotta find out what is gonna be the right choice for them. Like they're ready to this take this leap of faith. They have made this decision that they want to be with you, and if there's anybody that they're going to be in a relationship, it's going to be with you. Like right now, you're their priority, you're the prize. They got their eyes on the prize, and they're not backing down. This is a very attractive masculine energy, someone who knows, someone who knows what they want. So this says true love come to me, true love shall come to me, as I do will, so mote it be. We have the Star, the bottom of the deck, and the Four of Swords. Again, they're very quiet. I just heard Silent Night. It's like they feel very guided to you, and somewhere I almost wonder if this person has grown closer to themselves or the divine. There's somewhere where this has brought a level of softness and safety and comfort and just things that love makes us feel, the sweetness and the softness and the sensitivity that they had not felt in a really long time. That's probably how they envision you, someone that they feel the need to protect, that you bring out their masculine happiness. See, you bring out their masculine instinct. You bring out this energy within them where they want to be of service, they want to do things for you. When people question women, that what do you really bring to the table, that a man should be doing all of that, the thing is that life is, hard for everyone, but for men usually they don't get the warmth that they get by having a good woman around. And I wonder if this person made a wish that they want to meet someone that's good for them, and then they have found you. You have a very, again, man or a woman, you're a safe place. And since we're just talking about men, this talks about the fact that A woman's warmth, her loyalty, her respect, her care, her devotion, and literally just the fact that he can put his armor down and completely be himself and feel safe around a woman is what a woman brings to the table. That's why they say that, a woman is a multiplier. You give her one thing, she'll turn it into like 7x times. She'll multiply your happiness. So this is something that I'm picking up about your feminine energy. This is like, even if you're a man, this could be a same sex relationship. There's some sort of consideration about, how you are the missing component in their life. Like there's a yin and yang. Um, we talk all about being independent, but that is somewhere. See, there's hyper independence, which can put us in dysfunctionality because we're operating out of this fear that we cannot let other people in or we cannot count on them because we've been let down way too many times. But the fact of life is that we need other people. We need to work with the other gender because they have certain strengths that we, as the opposite gender, may not have. There's always strengths and weaknesses in all species. So there's somewhere where, this is how life goes on, and this person may have been missing that component which is so valuable to them that you give them, that it's, see, love, it's just good enough. We think about love so much, like what do we bring to the table, I don't feel worthy enough, and da 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 da. There are the most simplest things that you bring to another person that is good enough for them to literally commit themselves to you. They just see the safety and the love that you offer them, and just being feminine around them as a very good reason enough. They're not looking to take things from you. This person is feeling like they want to give things to you, and that's why I pick up on this gender differentiation, because that is more of a masculine trait to do things. It's not just that women don't do those things, but wanting to do things for another person, to pamper a woman or just the feminine energy, is a masculine aspect. Four of Pentacles. So again, like, they're keeping this a secret or what? That's what I keep thinking about. They're not really letting anybody know about this. See, the Three of Wands and the Knight of Cups. This is something that's coming in the near future. I feel like it really depends on your own timeline as to when this unfolds for you. We have from, wow, pile number 3. You have so many, like, this person's got love on mind. I'm hearing that song No Air by Jordan Sparks, maybe. This is 23, romance. It is a sacred power. Let it come to me this hour. So they're really calling this in, with both magic spell cards. This person is really calling love in. Love is literally on their mind. I'm also hearing the song Love Me by Justin Bieber. It says like, love me, say that you miss me, kiss me, oh, how you move me. Tell me what I want to hear. It's like this person suspects what you want to hear. They know that they have to kind of confess their feelings or let you in or let you know that, this is really how they feel about you. And I feel like they're just requiring, I'm hearing liquid courage. So maybe that, before they make the big move, or it's not like they're gonna make the big move and just come with a very big proposal and do all sorts of things like that. It's like they're gonna start off by just communicating well enough with you and making their intentions known, and slowly by slowly probably court you or do something like that. It's like that the plan is in their head, that when they're making this move towards you, what is the intention behind it? The intention is to date you, to be in a relationship with you. This could be someone that is maybe come out of a really bad relationship. This is Leo energy. Maybe they have come out of a really bad relationship, or they're just like, either they're dating after a really long time, they're opening themselves up after a really long time, after like sneaking around here and there from not being into commit, from not wanting to commit to anyone. They see a genuine scope and potential. This is like, when somebody has been single for a really long time and they've been in bad relationships, the most common thing over here is that that person is scared to commit again, scared to get hurt. So they're seeing you as someone that's worth taking that risk in their eyes. You're worth it, and you're worth it because you believe you're worth it. So this is the death card. This is Scorpio energy. Your person could have Scorpio or Leo. Again, I'm seeing the Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. So this person is actually really hiding the fact that they are about to step into your life. And with the competition in reverse, I really feel this is almost the energy of someone that's, I don't think that they want to woo woo you. This is not someone that's thinking about, like, acts of service might be their love language. So it may be in the way that they want to take you out, or they want to spend quality time with you, or like I'm hearing, introduce you to their family, or like make you feel like you're the real deal. Or it's not even like make you feel like you're the real deal, just do things that you do with the person that you think that you really want to be with. And I just almost heard spend the rest of your life with. So a lot of what they're thinking about, wow, we have Libra, a lot of what they're thinking about is just against all odds, is what I heard. We have Libra, this is Two of Pentacle energy. um I wonder if the situation was left at a bad note or something like that. They do understand both sides of the story. Like, they understand their situation, why they did the things they did, and they understand why you did the things you did. So this person is trying to come in with a clean slate, hoping that you kind of somewhere you embrace what they're trying to bring into both of your lives in this connection after a place of stagnancy. And I'm hearing the word celebration. It's like some sort of illusion has been removed because of the purging. The subconscious mind plays a very, very important role. So if they were being, constantly fueled by their fears coming from their subconscious mind, there's not a lot you can do to fight it and be delusional. You have to really get to the core of it. So it seems like something that this person has been sitting on a fence for a really long time. And this says matured feelings. That's what I just said. Partnership and choices coming to a decision. Wow. It's like, thank you, Spirit. It's like, they were sitting on the fence for a really long time. And I feel like if, you've been watching other readings which talk a lot about they need to make a decision, I think this is literally your confirmation that I would say they've made a decision, discipline, because they understand that, this says I can accomplish what I set my mind to in imagination. You can, yes, you use manifestation as a tool, but action is very important as well. And they realize that in order to be in a relationship, they have to discipline themselves. This doesn't mean that this is someone that goes around cheating, lying, and scamming other people, but this just means that sometimes when you really enter into a relationship, it's like a job. It's another job. It's another responsibility. You gotta be available for that person, and you gotta be aware of how your behavior impacts another person. It's like a constant um it's a constant somewhat a duty to the other person, because you're pretty close to each other. You don't leave them hanging or thinking, and you have to take their personal needs and wants in consideration along with yours. You can't be selfish. There's a lot of consideration that goes into being in a relationship, and that may be the reason why this person was sitting on the fence of it, because they were like, can I take this responsibility? I don't want to hurt them. That's what I'm hearing right now. So this person has put in effort to like change themselves. I told you so. I knew that this is all being powered from the feelings arena. This is like what do I want? Like, the decision they were not able to make before, because the heart chakra was not just with love but fear as well, filled with trauma. Maybe from past relationship. I feel like it's from past relationship. It's a lot like this person had to really go through a purge. Do you see the amount of green that is over here? I love the color green. Like, that's my favorite color. Um, and the color green is all about the heart chakra. This is a beautiful energy because I'm really happy for your person, because this seems like they had to do a lot of hard work to clear out this nonsense from their head, their body, their mind, their soul. Like, things that just clog you. And with the deception and envy, this is like how your past experiences, they constantly try to deceive you and rob you of what is possible in the moment and what can come to you in the future. And it's almost like they're realizing that with the discipline that they've had to control their mind. And I feel like sometimes this kind of strength really comes from the divine. In moments you feel like you can't really move forward, right? It's like I see that the divine has really aided your person. It's not that they haven't put in effort. They definitely are making a choice. There's a good amount of free will that we perform in our lives, whether we agree to it or not. um so it's almost like this person realizes that they've gotta give, like, loneliness, because they feel like it's time. They feel like it's time that they invest themselves in something that's long term, because they're feeling like they're at an age where they do want to experience love. They wish to have somebody around that they can also call theirs and just share the little things of life. Maybe they've been single for a really long time, and they're just, I heard that it hit them during an epiphany. Like, for few of you, what I'm picking up, like, this person was getting a lot of signs, like the universe was trying to nudge them, but then the universe was like, it's like this person started recognizing this loneliness, even they were watching a romantic movie or something like that. Like, I think they had to experience the loneliness of it to realize the lack, really to feel the lack of it, to be like, I can't actually fulfill this part of my life, because it's not that, this is like they've realized that they have emotional needs, and this is not something that they can fulfill from just by being alone and being hyper independent. That's what I said about before. We have Scorpio again. It's time to release negativity. Scorpio is a very transformative energy. This person could have Scorpio placement. They could be Scorpio. It's like they've taken the time out, and we have look at the bigger picture and take the time to breathe. So this is like, I'm hearing end of an era. End of an era. They've been through it, okay? And that's what I feel like, empathy. And moreover, I'm hearing the word sympathy. It's like they've been through it, and they had to really give themselves, like, be that shoulder to cry upon for themselves. This person has learned to transmute emotions during this time. Pretty amazing. So I have this book, and I'm gonna pull out an advice card for you. Just flip the book, okay? After that, I'm gonna pull out some channel messages from your person. So we're doing it something a little interesting today. I'm just gonna flip it and see where it stops. Okay, we have a panther image. So this says drink in life, use. Oh, this says nourish the soul. Drink in life, use your senses to explore the world. To see, touch, taste, smell, hear, and experience all that is within you and around you. Your journey through life is meant to be a sensory experience. Your life is meant to be a rainbow of color, full of motion and sound. It is not meant to be a bland, tasteless existence of simply black and white. Be sensual, explore yourself and your world every day, and nourish your soul with every moment. Number 60 could be important, or number 6, we also have it here. So what I pick up from here as your advice is, it's amazing, and it's completely up to you whether you want to go along with this person or not. I don't know what your history with this person is. It's completely up to you. And it's not too bad to give a person a second chance. I say this with certain amount of due diligence, that you know exactly what you're doing, just because somebody's finally deciding to declare their love for you and committing to you. I don't want to be pessimistic. because there's a lot of people that will be watching this reading. So this is based off you, but it's almost also as if, again, they want you to experience life. If this experience still calls you, then it is for you to grab, experience it, you know. And if there's something else that you feel like you should experience, maybe there's another person that you've been eyeing, maybe there's somebody that is, I don't know, coming at your yoga class or your art class or in your just class, or your grocery store. There's somebody that you see pretty often and you're like eyeing them, or if you have interest in somebody else, you're not bound to this situation. This is an experience. So also, if on the other hand, this is something that doesn't have any past history, and this is someone that's finally realizing that they do want to come towards you, you can just try it out. You can try out how you feel about it. It's like they don't want you to be stuck in a preconceived notion about the situation. If this is done and dusted, try something else out. If this is something you're scared to even try because you also had your own experience in the past, they're like, try it out. Be fearless with what you're doing and trust yourself that you know the right answer for you. If this experience still calls you, I would probably say that take the plunge. You also take the leap and try it out. But if this is something that you feel like is, worn out, a rigid situation, then don't. Give somebody else a chance. Think about it as just a first date. You don't have to think about like, oh, I'm gonna end up with them. Oh, I have to be with this person. No, just allow yourself to experience things in life. Do things that you haven't done in a really long time, like you're doing it for the first time. That's what I really heard. Do things to just make yourself happy. So I'm going to pull out a few cards from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. I'm hearing there could have been a reason why this person couldn't choose you, because they felt very unworthy of love. Yeah. I'm scared to acknowledge what you bring to the table. I said this like I was really doubting myself, because I really don't like to, differentiate between genders, because God, people on the internet just get, sentimental and critical about anything, but it's almost like I knew that there was a reason why I was being guided to said that. And the fact that I used the table reference over here really amounts to something, because this person knows you have so much to offer in a relationship. You've worked on yourself. I'm so proud of you and I'm so happy. Also for myself that I picked that up. I'm planning to come see you. I want to make efforts. So I think the emphasis on I want to make efforts. I wanting to come closer this distance is heavy on me too. I told you this person has done some amount of healing. Yeah, I have clarity about this. I see who you are to me. I have been craving you. I'm hearing that I never stopped wanting you. We're almost there. Don't give up on us now. When my fears take over, I freeze in the moment. So that's like a past energy. I feel very protected. I knew it. I knew it. I feel very protective over you. On the bottom of the deck, I'm working on past behaviors and patterns that were unfair to you. Super duper glad. This was probably like spot on. With the psychic messages that I was getting. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming it. Pile number 3. I'm going to leave your reading here. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button. Subscribe for more. Hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye. Hello, pile number 4. If you chose the Ace of Gems, this is the Ace of Pentacles that talks about reward. So for some reason, I feel like this is a very cleansing pile. This seems like you're going through something that is mirrored between the both of you, where you've been healing certain inner child woundings when it comes to self-worth and rejection. Forgiveness. hurt blocks our light. So this is probably towards each other, and you're at this point, I'm hearing that both of you are very connected to the divine. Your intuition is speaking strongly to you. You know, this reminds me of that quote which says, God is the closest to you when you're heartbroken, because that's when you're really, really paying attention to Him. So there's somewhere that the both of you, your distractions were taken away so that you could grow closer to yourself and God. I almost feel this energy that somewhere the light is just coming in, you know, with this light also. And I almost felt this sense like you're able, this is like you're healing so that you can actually handle the joy that is about to come for you. So it's almost like your person sees self-esteem. Your person sees this connection as something that was too overwhelming. We have relationships and purpose. They see a very strong reason, and there's a sense of like, you're fated in my life because you, panel number 4, really helped me heal so much within me. That's what I just heard. They're very sentimental about you. Two of Swords, Mercury retrograde, reinvention. So this person may have misunderstood you or had poor judgments about you, or like they just seemed quite confused about what this connection is, who you are to them. What lies heavily on their mind with the Ace of Pentacles does talk about their inner stability. It's more giving like this is all about me. Mercury retrograde has brought them back to themselves, is what I'm hearing with this Mercury retrograde card. This is like they were in opposition with themselves for a really long time. This gives me someone that had lost themselves, you know, under layers of ego and a lot of trauma. And they were like quite like they were struggling in life with especially themselves, their self-esteem, maybe not being able to manifest money, friends, love in their life. And you come in, you came in, and I'm hearing you come in as a breakthrough for them. Like if this, they think that if this connection wasn't really that strong, they would have never had the strength to overcome all that they have today. Take time to breathe out. This has been in 2 piles before this. It talks about a meditative state. Show the world the real you. So with forgiveness, this could be like we alter ourselves according to what we think other people like want us to be like. There's this perfectionist tendency, or like when we go through a lot of trauma, or like people that reject us, we internalize it as something that's difficult and faulty within us, right? um I opened a card, but I'm gonna talk about this in a bit. It's like this reading is kind of like my instincts are working. I want to place it on myself. I think that their energy is like they want to skip through this phase. They're very you know, scattered and haphazard, and they wanna they want to speed up this process, is almost what I hear from spirit. Because they're like, when will I get to just be with my person? There's this eagerness like inside this person feels like if they just get to be with you, all of this will go away. That's almost what I am picking up. And you really came, and you know, this energy that I pick up is that if you and your person had to pick a pile, you both would pick this one. It's like you'd be watching the same reading for each other, because you both have done a major like, you know how they say like for personality, my bad, plastic surgeries. They use like the word nose jobs. I'm hearing like you've got a massive like personality job through this connection. Like this connection has brought out parts of you that were hidden for so long, and this is almost like a real gift from the divine. Like a connection like this, if you're in pain, I'm sorry, you're not gonna really appreciate it in the way that I can see you will after you really come out of this, because this phase, my friend, is healing the crap out of you in the best possible manner. You're gonna, like, divine is gonna leave no stone unturned, especially when it comes to deep self-worth issues, when it comes to being with this person, when it comes to the career that you want, when it comes to being the person that you want. It's like a whole massive personality life makeover that you're getting through this connection. Like, you're blessed because the universe has, you have a contract with this person, and you're blessed to have each other. This is, I would love to say that, talk about your relationship and how this plays out, but momentarily what I am picking up is the amount of good work this connection is doing in your lives. And I don't think that you both are literally able to comprehend exactly how well you're doing because of this, and how well you're doing in this situation. I don't want to take away from how well you're persevering through this as well. But your person, I think that right now, when we're really like microscoping in this energy, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse. This is healing again. You know, this is the energy of two people. See, I cannot make this up. Moving on. Sacral chakra holds shame and guilt, just what I spoke about, that we internalize we internalize our experiences as us being the failure, because we're too young and we're too naive, and nobody's teaching us how to deal with failure. We're taught how to celebrate success, but we're not taught how to view failure. Everybody has a different relationship with that, right? Everybody is still coping up and teaching themselves how failure is not exactly a failure. It's like, it sounds like a doomed word or vocabulary, right? Failure is not failure. Failure is like how we try to rephrase it as lessons, another attempt, another step closer to success. This connection seems like a redirection from all the connections that didn't work out for you in the past, because this one seems like a very strong soulmate karmic relationship. I say karmic because you're going through a karmic phase, but I feel like there's so much love for each other at the bottom of your hearts. There could be a part of this person postponing communication with you because of how overwhelmed they are, and they're still not feeling very decisive about what to do with this feeling that they have towards you. They almost feel like if they want something stable, with Ace of Pentacles with you, money could be an issue, but if they want something stable with you, they have to show themselves who they are to you. Like, they want this, but they doubt their capability to have it with you. Like, they doubt their capability to open up to another person, just the way this connection requires you to open up. Queen of Cup energy, the empath, they see you and they feel this energy with you. You bring out a different side in this person. That is something that is, honestly, I'm hearing, a little bit shocking for your person as well. The Nine of Pentacles, because they're one independent person. um we have Ace of Swords in the reverse. They're doubting their ability to make this happen as of now. And I'm gonna say that give this situation a little time. Honestly, it'll do you really good. We have the Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands. This says stress and joy. This is how somebody is so overburdened and feels overburdened and overwhelmed by how much they feel for another person. And Seven of Pentacles. Feeling frustrated that I can't do much about it, because there are certain things that really still clog this person's vision towards you, and the attainability aspect, quote unquote, is what I am picking up in terms of how well they can manage this. Again, now the joy is in reverse. Six of Cups. feeling a soulmate connection with you, but do you see how the truth is still being blocked? With the truth is the Ace of Swords in the reverse. The mind is still playing a very big role in this person's mind, the clogging of the mind, the negativity, the pessimism. It's all sorts of things like that that this person is still trying to navigate their way out of. And that's what is in their mind. This is a transformative a time for healing. Can I be more obvious or like spirit that a lot of it is going to revolve around how this is a regeneration phase, metamorphosis for the both of you on an individual level. And on this person's mind, when we talk about that, since this was a lot about how this is a collective kind of like an overview of your situation, I feel like it was important for you to get briefed about what is actually happening, because I think that their vision is not clear. So they were kind of emphasizing on the fact that, this person is feeling some kind of way. We have the Phoenix on this, right? This is 24. I did have a 23 card. I think it was in the previous reading. But magical powers, I weave and clear, I cast, I know, magic secrets to me now show. So they feel like this connection is very magical. There's something like a little bit like, I don't know, I just heard the word voodoo. They're scared by the intensity of it, but they kind of feel very magical, and like they're in a bubble with you now. It's like they feel the connection being really, really deep, because it's taking them to places they've never been in terms of their wounds, and they're able to see themselves as a different person, which really scares them because nobody has ever really made them or enabled them to go to such a depth. They're feeling like they may have unlocked maybe a different level in their life. A win-win outcome is forecast. Libra is all about partnership. I think this person, and with a purpose, this person is desiring something that's tangibly solid, stable, secure. But there's also this awareness, that I may not be there yet. That's what I'm mainly picking up from this person. They're thinking about the fact that I might not be there yet. I want this, but I still feel like I got things to clear, or they're just feeling. I heard swamp. They still feel like they're still pretty deep in their fields right now. They still have things to clear up from their past. This seems like an energy of someone that's in the middle of the process. So you're not gonna get a clear understanding of what they're thinking, because there's so much is just influenced by how they're feeling, and their perception is gotta be pretty distorted right now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because this is not somebody that's going to be able to think straight after feeling so many things that have happened to them in the past. They're not in touch with their reality. That is something that you need to know about this person. A lot of it is just about the recognition of this connection and how it's making them feel. Be bold and make the first move. So this person thinks a lot about the fact that if they want this connection, they have to work on their self-esteem, get past their rejection wounds. This is a heavy energy, pile number 4. I have not said that in previous 3 piles, so I hope you trust me on the fact that your person is really going through it. If it requires them to put themselves first, focus on their mental health, their physical health, their spiritual well-being, then it is very right for them to do so. I really hope that they're putting themselves first, because this seems like they're really going through it. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, it can talk about a lot of deceiving thoughts, things that torment them from the past. They're trying to escape it sometimes. Like, I hear somebody's heart palpitating and like having anxiety or panic attacks, like such deep emotions coming out with like, such full force, because they're meeting something. It's like a scary connection for this person a little bit. They've never experienced something like this, and they often think they can't make logical sense of it. First of all, they can't make logical sense of it. I don't think this person is even talking to other people about it, because they feel kind of like crazy in the head. And that's why I heard voodoo or like cuckoo. They feel a little bit like crazy, but there's this intuitive knowingness that will grow with time, is what I'm hearing. See, we have confidence is your key to success, Leo. This is all about like they know that if they want this, they have to really overcome their rejection wound and how they have internalized past experiences. But this is something that's pretty saying that they're not pressurizing this person because they're already under a lot of burden with how much they have to clear out from their past. See, this is a fact that God will not give you more than you can handle. And if spirit is keeping the both of you separate from each other, it must be for a good cause, because I feel like spirit is somewhere indicating that it would be too much pressure. Your expectations from this person to pursue them or please you or woo you is something they can't afford right now, because they don't have the emotional charge or energy to pour into a relationship right now when they're going through so much right now themselves, and it's going to lead you to disappointment. And maybe you're someone that might criticize them, might make them feel small when they're giving their best to themselves in this moment, right? So this is like spirit saying a lot about what they're capable of right now. Is like it would be very good if this person just takes care of themselves. They have not experienced something like this before, and that's what they keep telling me. So I can understand why spirit is being a little bit protective of this person in this situation, because they feel like your person needs time by themselves. Page of Cups, the romantic. There's so many feelings because we keep getting a lot of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, very strong energies of the same. With the Nine of Swords and the Six of Wands, victory and obsession, this gives me someone that does want to make that move towards you. They think about making a very small move, and I don't think that they make that move. They don't end up making that move because, well, with the Hierophant of the Taurus energy, they're aiming for something very traditional with you, and they know that they're not quite there yet. Emotionally, mentally, physically, there's a lot of physical drainage, because when you're going through a really massive purge, your body is purging so much that it is held on to being in survival mode. You tend to sleep a lot, you tend to cry a lot, your whole sleep cycle is messed up, or you lose appetite, or you're eating more. There's so many ways in which body reacts to this uncomfortable phase. So this person really is like they're saying that this person is thinking about themselves, like spirit is trying to teach them how to take care of themselves during this purge. Study, let my mind be clear and strong, let me study well and long. 36. This seems like someone that might be simultaneously working on their craft, their work, their job, their business, their startup. This is someone that's still trying to work on, if they actually study, they're in school, college, they're trying to do what's right for them. They often think like they still have you in the back of their head. They feel your energy around them. They find themselves talking to you. I also feel like this person imagines themselves like just being in your energy, or thinking that you're there and acting like it, or somewhere it's like your energy is very strong around them, so they're kind of like they can't help themselves think of themselves like they're crazy again, because they're like feeling that they're feeling kind of like you're there, or you're living with them, or you're just around. I think if you're feeling and this is really resonating with you, then I know that you'll feel the same way, because this is a very strong connection. And I think that they often think about winning this, and they think about marriage is what I honestly hear. Oh, indecision and guilt. So they feel really bad about the fact that they cannot make this decision right now, and they're kind of like putting you behind in the back burner. We have owl spirit, you see clearly now. This is coming in the reverse. So this is number 43. This person feels bad. What's on their mind is that they feel guilt, and the guilt is not just, you know, from your situation, but from their past. So it's like the double guilt that I'm picking up. Man, this person seems to be going through it. I feel like one thing I can only say for you is that you gotta really hold the fort down right now, just for yourself, even if not for them. Because this is like, I don't know how much you're going through. I did say in the beginning that you're mirroring, and I think that if you find yourself being resentful towards this person, why they have not come forward, or things of that sort, it's like, just look at yourself as well, like, do you really think you have the bandwidth to take care of another person right now and be in a relationship? Because this kind of looks like a situation where the both of you are so preoccupied and swamped with your own internal issues and your triggers that it seems like a little bit, I don't know, far-fetched, like biting more than you can chew over here, that you can actually be responsible for another person and how your actions affect them. Because there's almost this energy on your end that I pick up, that you may be shutting down right now. You may also be experiencing loss of appetite, or somewhere you're like shutting down. You're a little bit like disassociating, because this purge is pretty huge on the both of you. So I kind of do wonder, like, practically speaking, it's like spirit is already helping this person recognize that, but they're also feeling needy. But they're not holding back because they're prideful, and they're all sorts of things like that. They're holding back because spirit is holding them back. Spirit is trying to keep them focused in their own direction rather than yours right now. I have the Page of Wands in the reverse adventure. This is, in fact, the communicator. And they're thinking about communicating, but they're not, like, they don't know, but they're not being allowed to communicate with you. Star and hope. This is Aquarius. They're just hoping that someday, whenever this passes, and they do get that chance to talk to you about things, they do get that chance to confess their feelings to you. This is like, there's so many layers to this situation. It's pretty, I think it's pretty, I can't just say one thing about what's on their mind. There's so many things, and I keep, have you noticed, like, whenever I'm discussing something emotional, I do come back to say that money might be an issue. They might be focusing on their career. They might be focusing upon other things in their livelihood. They might be, you know, I'm picking up for a few. If it is possible, this person is a young adult, like a teenager, or just stepped into like over 20s or 21, 22. The answers you need are coming. So for you, I really feel like this is for you, that this is going to end, because this card has come in the background energy twice. The new start is coming, and end of a tough cycle approaches. So when this ends, I feel like you will be clearer about what is happening, and spirit is saying that the both of you are holding on to this vision of wanting to be with each other, and they want you to keep holding on to it. Okay, your fear that you're going to lose them, but also there's a fear of commitment. So it's like, something's gotta give, man. Like, it's like you both find yourself somewhere in the between, especially this person, I guess, if it's just not you. It's like you want to be with them, but then you think about actually being with them, and then you're scared of it as well. And that's why this in between phase is important, so that you can actually become courageous and confident enough in your decision that I really want to be with this person, and I don't want to be with this person. And same for your person. They have the right to make that decision for themselves. you know Choices have consequences, and if that is something that they desire, to be with you or not be with you, that's something completely up to them, right? We have Eight of Swords over here, trapped in fear right now. This separation is important, what their higher self wants you to know, because their mind is clogged. I've really tried to get messages about that, just the 3D self, but when that's not coming, and you can't force it. And with the Eight of Swords, this tells me that the mind is not clear. Like, they need more time to actually get rid of the fear, so that they can actually decide what they want, not what their fear tells them or dictates them to do. You feel me? So we have sacral chakra and solitude. Again, this person may be spending a lot of time alone, feeling forced to spend time alone. Maybe it's like a spiritual imprisonment. When I say that, it's not a punishment, it's just a time out from the world. Moving on from the Three of Swords, this is the energy of, Well, they fear that you're going to move on by the time that they come back around. The Four of Pentacles, when they become stable enough to come back around and confident enough with the solar plexus. The amount of cards that I pulled out in your reading is a little, like a lot than what I did for the previous piles, because I think that you guys have a lot of information. There's a lot that's happening. I feel like if you trust me on something 100%, just know that there's a lot going on behind the scenes in both of your lives. Both of you may have a very strong tolerance for carrying this burden, but you gotta know that it's not normal to carry so much pain and baggage. Spirit wants you to move lighter in life. You gotta recognize the blessing in disguise. You don't have to carry this baggage everywhere. Just let it down. Just let yourself relax. Don't you want to feel lighter in life? That's what Spirit is saying. Just let this process take place, and it's for your person as well, for the best. Worry. Just let yourself put these swords, this baggage, this nonsense down. If this connection serves a strong purpose, gives you strength to let go of your past, think positive, then do that. It's good for you. It's good for your body. Your body is going to be happier if it doesn't have to think constantly negative about certain things, right? So just let it go. I know it's easier said than done, but just let it go. I'm hearing a song name. It says Easily, I think by Bruno Mars. I think you have a misconception. This person just let you go and it was easy for them, but I'm hearing that it was not. It was difficult for them to let you go. But the whole situation is that this separation was caused by divine intervention. It may be perceived as something that was done by your person or you. They may be perceiving that this was done by you, but it's like this was all planned. This was already planned how it was gonna end in some shape or form or go for a break. So I did this in the previous piles where I used this book for an advice. So I'm just gonna flip a random page, and where it stops, that's gonna be your advice before I conclude with channel messages. Oh, a very interesting one. Change is unavoidable. Change is unavoidable every second of every day you undergo change. Your perception is altered by what you see, feel, and experience from one moment to another. Your body ages and moves closer to death with every breath. Autumn will always come to an end. The bounty of summer and the new hope of spring will always follow the winter. Change is all around you. Do not let fear bind you to the past, prevent you from enjoying your present and future. Stop fighting. You cannot resist the inevitable, so choose instead to embrace it with acceptance and peace. This is something that I don't even have to explain. And the imagery over here is a lot about snake skin shedding. You may have been one person, or you may have to become one person for a phase of your life, but this phase requires a different one of you. We have to keep morphing ourselves into different versions of ourselves in life. And we may not like change, but we gotta get used to it. Like, there's no other way around. We gotta learn how to get used to it. And if we don't know how to get used to it, maybe we can just be patient with ourselves while we're in this process. So a little bit more patience for yourself, a little bit more patience for the process that is happening for your person as well. Pile number 4. So I'm going to pull out a few channel messages from my self-curated oracle deck. If you wish to book a personal reading or get messages from this, information is given down below. I'm wanting to come out of isolation. I've worked hard on my healing. This gives me the energy of someone that's like, they're just so eager. They want to come out without doing all the work. That's what I feel. I'm trusting my inner guidance more than ever. I'm learning to love myself more often. You are incredible. I am in awe of your determination towards your dream. This person thinks, whether you're a man or a woman, that you work really hard. I really see myself settling down with you. I'm hearing that I like people that work hard in life. They're not entitled to receive just whatever they feel like they gotta get it from the universe. I just feel so lost within myself right now. I don't know what's gonna make it better. I'm learning how to love myself better. I'm doing things that make me happy. There's a lot about this person learning to trust their intuition and learning how to trust themselves and learning to love themselves. This is why I said they feel your energy around. Talk to me. I do hear you telepathically. Find me in your heart. I'm overcoming mental rigidity through spiritual maturity. I'm stepping away from the matrix. I am so magnetized towards you. It feels like we've done this before. Oh my god, I want to make you mine forever. It's like a past life connection for sure. It's a very strong connection that you have with this person. Alright, so pile number 4, this was your reading. I'm going to leave it here. I really hope that this was helpful. If it was, please do hit the like button. Subscribe for more. Hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated. Information for personal readings is given down below. And I am going to see you guys in another one. Bye-bye.